Welcome back to Gym 365. We're going to head over to Tate Rassel with sports.
Thanks, Jennifer. The craziness surrounding the Vols roller coaster may not be over. An ESPN report coming out this afternoon that Conzo Martin is a top target for Marquette's vacancy. The report says there hasn't been any confirmation Martin is in fact interested in the job. His team, however, was interested in fighting last night in its Sweet 16 loss to Michigan. Down 11 at halftime and 15 during the second half, the Vols cut it to 1 on a late Jordan McRae bucket. But Jarnell Stokes was called for a late charge. The call was questionable. The Vols' heart was not.
Even though Michigan was on fire, we didn't come out here and get blown out. We still showed some heart towards the end, and I got a chance to play on a stage like this, and it's amazing. A lot of people didn't think we would make it this far. And I'm sure there was points in the game where people thought we'll still be down 20 or 25. So we definitely showed heart. A lot of it was just we had to get lucky and hope they missed some threes, and they wouldn't miss.
The Lady Vols are back in the Sweet 16. They've gotten there 32 times in 33 women's tournaments. They are, of course, the #1 seed in the Louisville region. The Lady Vols will take on Maryland at the KFC Yum Center tomorrow at noon. Their thoughts on the game.
We just need to focus on our next game. We can't get to where we need to go if we don't focus on Maryland right now. So I think in years before we've said we got to the Final Four, but we can't overlook who we're going to play next.
I think it's just a matter of who's going to want it more, who's going to play harder, who's going to get the 50-50 balls, who's going to be more gritty, have more of a swag and an attitude about them that when they do get out there on the floor, everybody's on point and everybody's clicking together.
The Vols held their second spring scrimmage this morning at Neyland Stadium. Got a little work done in the rain today. Butch Jones said it was good to see the team in the elements. He liked what he saw with the tempo. The quarterback competition still seems even. All did some good, all did some bad. Nathan Peterman, the only quarterback not to throw a pick, but he was cited with holding the ball a bit. Riley Ferguson had an overtime interception. That got him some words from Butch Jones, but he said that's just another teaching moment for the whole unit.
Trust is earned over time, and they know I'm always going to have their back. And so every play is a teaching opportunity with this young football team. So a lot of times when you're correcting one individual, you're correcting the entire football team. That's what teachers do. So it was a great teaching opportunity at that moment of time, not just for Riley, but the entire quarterback position. And you always need to take advantage of that when those opportunities occur.
Jones was not so impressed with the defensive line and the linebackers. On the flip side, he liked what he saw from the O-line and running backs. Freshman Jalen Hurd is continuing to progress, while veteran Marlon Lane is battling it out despite a cast on his arm.
The position group is really starting to come on. And, Marlon's been a warrior for us. He's playing with a cast, and to have him back and get some game repetitions, some game speed reps was big for us today. But also, Jalen Hurd continues to develop, and he needs as many reps as he can, so that was extremely productive for us.
It was a great night for hockey in the Coliseum. Eric Satteem's overtime winner gives the Ice Bears a playoff win over Louisiana, 2-0. The Ice Bears moved to the SPHL semifinals. That's all. We'll toss it back to Jennifer.
Thanks, Tate. We'll be right back after this.
Spring is back in Knoxville, and Coach Butch Jones can be heard echoing throughout campus. With Coach Jones entering his second season as Vols head coach, many questions remain unanswered as we head into the spring game. The position of starting quarterback is once again up for grabs, but no clear-cut starter has emerged.
I'm looking for someone who manages the offense and executes consistently. They need to protect the football, they need to make good decisions, and they need to lead the offense and the team in general.
The Vols had offensive struggles last year, changing the starting quarterback a few times. Inconsistent play led to the team finishing with the worst passer rating in the conference.
Fall camp fast approaching. The coaches are seeking a quarterback that can turn the statistic around for the Vols.
The job of the quarterback is definitely to make the life of the offensive line and the players on the field easier with how he directs traffic, with how he commands the line of scrimmage.
Coaches are also determining starters for a new-look offensive line. All 5 spots are vacant after the departure of last year's talented group. The Vols will be looking for a new set of leaders in the trenches, with only 3 of the possible replacements having game experience. Spring has also given this year's early enrollees a chance to earn some playing time in the fall. 14 of the highly praised signing class have already begun practicing with the team.
For JEM 375 Sports, this is Tate Rassel. With fall camp fast approaching, the coaches are seeking a quarterback that can turn the statistic around for the Vols. It's senior night here in Knoxville at Thompson Bowling Arena, where the Tennessee Volunteers are facing off against the Missouri Tigers. A win tonight would solidify a double-round bye in next week's SEC tournament, and this is very important for the Vols as they try to make a push to get an NCAA tournament bid. Rassel here at Tom Black Track, where UT just hosted the Tennessee Relays. The Vols got to honor their senior runners today, and we got to sit down with runner Jake Rainey to talk about his time here at UT. Senior night here in Knoxville at Thompson Bowling Arena, where the Tennessee Volunteers are facing off against the Missouri Tigers. A win tonight would solidify a double-round bye in next week's SEC tournament, and this is very important for the Vols as they try to make a push to get an NCAA tournament bid.
The Vols started out strong after an emotional senior ceremony and never looked back. Tennessee was led by senior point guard Antonio Barton, who put up 16 points in his final game at Thompson Bowling Arena. Barton was 50% from the field and 4 of 7 from three-point range. The Vols went into halftime with a 37-19 advantage and would not stop there. Tennessee kept up their defensive pressure and held the Tigers to just 45 total points. Jarno Stokes and Jordan McRae were also in double figures on the way to Tennessee's 72 points.
But the thing I talk to the guys about, just ride the waves of the emotion singing. Now, it is what it is. You can't control that. But try to maintain a level of focus, relentless focus, and just understand let that energy drive you. But you can't lose focus. You can't get back doing the first play of the game. You make it 3 points. They got to defend, rebound, play hard.
Tennessee led in all major scoring categories. It was another wire-to-wire victory for Coach Martin and the Vols. It was definitely a great way to cap off the career of those seniors on Rocky Top.
Tennessee plays next Friday in Atlanta in the quarterfinals of the SEC tournament. For JEM 365 Sports, this is Tate Rassel. Back to you.